Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are you? So, tonight I am reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Humans Are Disappointing. So, it certainly has been an eventful day in Chantalverse, hasn't it? Chantal's been angry and raging all day, going off again and again and again, and she just won't seem to stop. And why is she angry? Well, a myriad of reasons. Because of the backlash that she's receiving due to her treatment of the cats and her quote unquote rehoming them. She's angry over the panel that happened earlier uh, with Farida, with Skinny Queen, and with Murad. Angry about the fact that she's lost over 1,200 subs within like a couple of days. She's angry all the way around. And so she spent the entire day raging. So it just seems like everybody is coming out of the woodwork, and Foodie's not happy about it. And if she can't enjoy her Valentine's Day, then nobody's going to enjoy it. So I want to cover the live stream. Aside from Foodie being angry, she's not the only one who's angry. Peetz has been especially angry. Especially angry. And if you guys will give me just a moment, please. I'd like to pull up Peetz's live stream. You know, we're going to start off by covering Peetz. Because Peetz got mad tonight. He did a Valentine's Day live stream. Excuse me. I'm pulling up the stream now. Let me go ahead and get the stream going so that I have the link. I want to show you guys exactly what happened with Peetz. One moment. Okay. So I just want to get it set up. I forgot to put it in on the other page when I started this. My apologies. So Peetz did his live, and people were concerned for BBJ because in a live that he did last night, he said that BBJ had no food, that she had no food for 2 days. And of course, people are going to be upset about that. And whenever somebody asked about BBJ, he goes into a rage. He just doesn't want to hear about it. And he gets angry at the chat. When really, the person you should be mad at, Peetz, is your roommate because she caused all this. She did. By not taking care of the cats properly all this time, by being neglectful. She's the one that caused it. So you are misdirecting your anger, sir. People are just concerned for the welfare of the cats. And if people ask you about BBJ, all you have to do is say, you know what? I knew you guys are going to ask about her. Let me go ahead and just bring her in the room and show her to you so you can see she's all right. That's all you have to do. It would take 2 minutes, not a big deal, but instead you have to fly into a rage. So let's start off by showing you how he was acting tonight. One moment. So there's Peetz in his live tonight. And he's about to fly into a major rage. So let's watch. So people are asking about BBJ, saying her name over and over again in the chat, and that's just going to make him see red.
I'll see if I can fucking find the cat and show her off to you. Give me a fucking minute. Crazy fucking people.
And just flying out the door for no reason. All you got to do, Peetz, is just show us the cat. Just walk in the hallway, get the cat, bring her back calmly, and say, look, she's okay. Why does rage have to be involved? You showing off this kind of rage, it just makes people worry more because you look unhinged. And if you got a problem with people asking about BBJ, go off on your roommate. She's the reason why all this is happening. He's going to get BBJ. I guess he's going to go find her. And the last time he went to go get BBJ, he was shaking her. Does it take her that long to find her? She must be hiding in the house then. Where was she?
While I'm gone, all of you shut the fuck up and get rid. And
you know what? He's cursing far too much, and he's dropping F-bombs like nobody's business. I'm probably going to get a yellow sign for that. Doggone it, Peetz, you and your dirty mouth. You and Chantal are so bad about the F-bombs. But he brought BBJ back to show that she was fine, or at least she looked fine. I don't think she's completely fine. I think she's very sick and she needs a vet. But he's just getting more and more angry over people asking about BBJ when it's not their fault. People are just being human and they're caring about the cat and they're expressing their care. You saw the way he went out the door. He was mad. People just kept at him and said, hey, where's BBJ? And instead of handling the situation calmly, he went completely off the hinge about it. Completely off the hinge. No reason for that, Peetz. No reason. You're not really mad at the cat. You're mad at the fact that people are asking about her. Go to your roommate. She caused this to happen. She did. So let me just go ahead and cover Chantal's stream. We're going to sit in for a little bit of that. I'll be honest with you. I've been reacting to her all day. You can hear my voices starting to go out a little bit. I mean, she's literally just been at it. And I'm tired, Chantal. I just want to go play some Stardew Valley and chill. Like I'm toast. But we got one more react to do, so let's get to. Mm-hmm. So this was the live stream that she fired up after the deleted live stream, the OMG stream. She did that stream and she said, I'm going to go away and I'm going to calm down. And so this was a stream directly after that. She is absolutely seething and angry that Murad got on that panel. That he let it slip. That the entire time that she was in Kuwait, they were not legally married. So she was being a naughty girl in Kuwait with Salah. And he let that slip.
No, I don't think they should have been on their panel, but whatever. Like, I support, he's trying to, give the truth about Allah. The problem is that these people don't give a shit. They don't.
You're a newly reverted Muslim woman. Here you are using profanity. Should you be doing that? No. And to correct you, Chantal, we do care about the truth, but unfortunately, we can't get the truth from you because you're a big old liar. We're searching for the truth and all this nonsense, this madness. We can't get it from you. Therefore, we want to talk to other people. You live in a world of fantasy and delusion, so getting the truth from you is quite difficult. We're not making stuff up over here. You do. You make up stuff all the time. So since we can't get the truth from you, we are interested in other sources who might be able to give it to us.
Don't. They don't care about the truth. I could have told you that. I say people are disappointing because, like, I saw a quote today that was like, the only person you can turn to and trust in life.
You are trying so hard to force out those tears. But it's hard to cry when you have no soul and no heart, isn't it? It's really hard to really cry when you feel nothing for no one. When you have no feelings, you have no heart, you have no soul, you can't really cry. You got to force those tears out if you don't have those things, and you don't. You don't.
It's God. And it's true. Human beings are just too disappointing to put any emotional value into. I don't. Where I was in your mama's panel, then he left suddenly, so he moved to their channel. Okay, but the minute these haters get
Boy, those tears dried up real fast, didn't they? She was like pretending to cry, and then boom, she was done. Boom, snap of the fingers. Snap of the fingers, those tears were done. I didn't even see a single tear come out of her eye. Yeah, like I said, no soul, no heart, no feelings. She's just a walking void of nothing.
get on, like, you should know. You even said Farid is a bitch. So, I mean,
More
like,
profanity.
I hate to feel, I'm just like all around, not just this, but like everybody. Like this fucking evil witch harassing my family, coming to
You know, we're not even like 5 minutes into this react, and the profanity spilling out of this woman's mouth. If you had any respect for the Muslim faith, for Allah, the least you could do is take off the abaya, take off the hijab, just take it off. Seriously, just take it off. The shahada that you took means nothing to you. The faith means nothing to you. Allah means nothing to you. That's pretty apparent because you've done nothing but disrespect all of it since then. If you really had any respect for the Muslim faith, you would just put on your regular street clothes, and that way you could run your filthy, smutty mouth all over the place.
fucking harass. Obviously, like, what are you even doing in Cornwall? Like, are you serious? Like, I should call the cops on this person.
And ma'am, who told you that you owned all of Canada? That you had a right to tell anybody where they could go in Canada. You're going to dictate where people are allowed to travel, whether it's to Cornwall or Ottawa or Gatineau or Montreal. Who are you to tell people where they can go to? You don't own anything. You don't own a home. You don't own your car. You've let go of your pets. What exactly do you have in your name, and what authority do you have to tell people where they can go in the world? You got nothing. Can't believe you. You over there trying to say, oh, what are they doing in Cornwall? What are you doing in Cornwall? Shouldn't you be back in Ottawa taking care of BBJ, being there for her? Seeing as you're going to get rid of her soon, shouldn't you be there instead of hiding out at your mom's house? Because that's what you're doing. You're hiding out there. For what reason, I don't know. But the nerve of you sitting in your mom's house, not your house, trying to tell people what they can do and where they can go.
Like, even them just being here, like, you have no business being here. You harass me every day and then you come to my hometown.
And how is she harassing you? She was out with Shannon earlier. Did they come to your mom's front door? Did they come to your front door? Were they banging on the door? Were they bothering you? No. They just came to Cornwall. For what reason, I do not know, and it's not my business, and I don't care. But they can go wherever they like. You don't own Canada. You're going to be leaving Canada soon, remember? So what do you care where people go? You ain't the boss of anybody.
The haters were asking, and Murad answered the truth about Allah the liar. Well, you know what? The haters don't deserve that explanation, Salah. They don't. All that happened was stupid Farida and Sarah Jane. They're going to be horny now for a week because of this. This is their content. This is their life now. I'm honestly so over. Like, I don't want to be part of this fucked up community that these people have created around bullying me.
Oh, stop it. You're trying to get sympathy. Look, they're bullying me. They're bullying me. When you sat there, made community posts just today going after FFG and Skinny Queen. You know what? Since you're over there yelling and screaming and crying about bullying, y'all hold on a minute. I'm going to pull some stuff up. Yes, I am. Give me just a second, please. I would like to show you. I want to show you her bullying somebody. Please give me a moment. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, nice. Let's see. Did she remove it? Let me see if she did. Okay, she didn't. Great. Fantastic. I'm glad she left it up. Oh, I got to switch out tabs. Sorry about that. One moment. I'm going to switch screens. And this is straight from her community tab. All right. So you want to talk about bullying, Chantal? You want to claim that you're being bullied? How about this? How about this? How about that? This is you bullying Skinny Queen. Saying, hey, Skinny Queen, maybe go back to focusing on your journey instead, looking kind of uncomfortable and bedbound. Here you go live all day with Alice Cooper. So this was like a brief moment in the live that happened with Farida, Murad, and Skinny Queen. Skinny Queen turned on her camera for just a second, and here was one of the screenshots. So she's sitting there using her community tab to shame Skinny Queen, this woman who sits there and cries about being bullied, using her own community tab to bully another person and shame another person for their appearance, when at the same time Chantal will never, ever come on camera showing her real self. No, She's got to have the contour filters on, the slimming filters on, the big eye filters on, all filters activated. Yeah, that one. This is what you use your page for, Foodie. This is what you're using your page for. Shaming a reactor. So you want to be over there talking about bullying? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? Oh, and for those who are concerned for BBJ and Sam, she posted this about Sam, showing a picture of Sam. I'm not quite sure where he is, but I will say that couch leg looks familiar. I know I've seen that before at one of her live streams. I think I have an idea of where, and I'm going to just look into it, of where I think I might have seen that. But I got a feeling I know where he is. But I'll look into it first before I open my mouth. So this is the one she did 21 minutes ago, saying thank you to whoever sent cat food to the villa for BBJ. See, you call us haters, Foodie. Say, oh, it's a community of hate. Apparently not. When Peetz said that BBJ was out of food and hadn't eaten in 2 days, somebody actually sent food to the villa. Is that the actions of somebody who's a hater? No, it's the actions of somebody who has a heart, and they were so concerned they had food sent for BBJ. She says, thank you to whoever sent food to the villa for BBJ. I appreciate the concern. I just want to correct some misconceptions, though. BBJ had her own food. Peetz just didn't know where I placed the cans, as I usually put them on the counter, and I decided to clean and put them in the drawer, and this must have confused him. If you're leaving your cats with somebody, as a correct pet parent, wouldn't you tell them where the food is? Although I don't believe that's true. I believe you left her without food. I really do. But I'm glad that there's food at the villa for BBJ. Going back to you feral beast, sitting here crying for sympathy, talking about bullying, and I just showed on your community tab you bullying somebody, trying to shame them when you won't even come on camera without your 1 million filters. Yeah, so save your tears. Save them all for BBJ. How do you think we feel? Seriously, how do you think we feel? Do you think this is fun for us? You coming on camera and acting toxic and being sadistic and emotionally manipulating people and stressing people out and getting their blood pressure up. Do you think this is fun? It's not fun. It's not fun to sit here and react to you when you're sitting there talking about euthanizing your cat. When Peetz gets on camera and says the cats are without food, do you think that's freaking fun? I've been upset for 2 days, just worrying about what's going to happen to those two babies. And I know I'm not the only one. A lot of people are outraged by what you've been doing. Absolutely outraged. Oh, I forgot to switch screens. Sorry about that. My bad. I'll flip it back. Pardon me. It's not fun for us, Chantal. This is not fun. Reacting to you can be just a lot. It's a lot. That's why a lot of reactors, they got to take a break, or they have to do a palate cleanser, or do other content just to be able to deal with all of you. It's not fun. And if it's not fun for you, that's your fault. You're doing this kind of content. It's not fun for you. Find a way to make it fun. Do something positive. Stop being such a jerk.
And like, I deleted my other stream because it's not going to be monetized. It's limited anytime I swear too much.
And you swore within the first 5 minutes of this stream. because YouTube has their new rules now. Like if you swear, if there's any profanity within the first 10 minutes, boom, you get the yellow sign. Limited monetization, and you're using swear words, and we're not even 5 minutes in, so it's going to happen again.
So there's no point.
No, I think she deleted that stream because she was issuing physical threats against FFG, and that could get her in trouble. So whenever she does something or says something that would get her in trouble with YouTube, she basically covers her tracks by deleting the stream, because she knows YouTube, if people report it, they're going to be like, well, the stream's not there, so there's nothing we can do. She knows that, and she abuses that.
Right, exactly. Don't let them go in these panels. They're manipulating. Don't let the haters win. We all know Sala, and you are in a real love. Haters go. I don't know. I don't want to see it. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it would be blacks, but.
What are you wiping away? You're not even crying.
Oh, shut up, Madonna. Fuck off.
See? The F-bombs still keep coming. Oh, I took away that stream because of the profanity, and I won't be able to monetize it yet. She just can't help herself. She can't help but throw out the F-bombs, even though that's expensive. It's costing her money. As if she's not taking enough money out of her pocket by deleting so many streams a month. No, let's just keep going. I love that for you, Chantal. I love the fact you got a dirty mouth, although I wish you would take off the abaya and the hijab when you do it, because it's disrespectful. You being a newly reverted Muslim woman, that profanity is just, it's haram. Stop it. You want to be a foul mouth, take that off first.
Go ask him. Oh, I can't stand these people.
We don't like you either.
Like, he didn't tell me she was not eating. Maybe because she's 20, and I'm telling you, she's not doing well. You want her to live to be 30? Take it.
Yep, I sure do.
Up with God. I'm sick of your accusations and bullshit.
More profanity.
Yeah, they are clouds. Shut up, Vicky. Why are you even back here? A loyal animal of 20 years who has a lifespan.
Okay. Well, you know what? The thing is, you don't know what that lifespan is. None of us know how long we have on this earth. Nobody knows when your time is going to be up. Nobody knows. But here you are treating BBJ like milk, and you think she's got an expiration date. And it's really disgusting. It is really, really disgusting how you're basically looking at her and just with this attitude of, why aren't you dead yet? You're 20 years old. You should be dead. Like, you're 20. Have you lived long enough or what? That's your attitude. You just can't fathom the idea that a cat could live to be 25 or 26. I had an ex who had a cat named Morgana. Beautiful black cat with an attitude. Loved her. She's a sassy little thing. She lived to be 25 years old, Chantal. And she was happy and well cared for. She went blind in her old age, but she got around just fine. But you're looking at your cats like, I've got things to do, and I want to go be with Sala. So you, BBJ, why aren't you gone yet? Like, you're in the way. You know what? Give her to somebody else. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter if they're a reactor or not. Give her to somebody else. You're going to go to Kuwait, correct? What do you care if a hater or a lover has your cat? They'll take care of her. They'll do what needs to be done. It won't be a burden to you anymore. What you're looking at as a burden will be a gift to somebody else. Your trash will be somebody else's treasure. They'll look at her as a treasure. They'll treat her as a treasure, as she should be. Stop being so resentful of the fact that she's an older cat that just because she didn't pass away early, now you got to figure out what to do with her.
Okay? Go take it up with God. What do you want me to do? I'm in another fucking city. So he can feed the cat if she's hungry. If she's not eating, that's not my fault.
Actually, it is. You're the owner, and you've been spending money all morning buying subs, which tells me that you had the money to buy cat food. You were running around earlier with your mom, were you not? You mean to tell me that if you looked at your mom and said, Mom, my cats are out of food. Can we please go to a dollar store and get some cat food? That she would say no? Did you even bring it up? I mean, even if you couldn't do that, if Peetz called you and said, we're out of cat food, Chantal, you couldn't pick up your phone and use an app and have food delivered? I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. You could have sent money to Peetz. He could have gotten cat food. I'm a cat owner. I take care of my cat. I have a roommate who's got 2 cats. And even though they're not officially mine, I treat them as if they were. I get up in the morning. I make sure my cat is fed, fresh water, her litter box is clean. I get up in the morning and I feed his cats. He feeds his cats. But I feed them too, and 2 big tanks of fish. And I like doing it. I like taking care of animals. It makes me happy. It makes me very happy. Feeding the fish is very peaceful. And the roommate's cat, she's very vocal. She talks to me in the morning. We have full-on conversations. She meows at me and I talk back to her. She likes it. It's too bad you don't have that kind of joy and happiness with animals, Chantal. That you look at them as a burden, just a hurdle in your way to get to some peen that you can't even touch.
Missy, don't annoy me. I was just bitchy. Mary and Joanna. Welcome to Very Important Bees. There's Ready Sit Bees. Oh my god, Sam's hair is still on me. So, I was hoping to come on here and like distract myself.
And big question, if there was food in the house and Peetz couldn't find it, why didn't he pick up the phone and say, hey Foodie, hey Chantal, look, there's no food here. Why didn't he call her and ask if there was food? That's disturbing to me. If you've got pets in the house and you can't find the food or there is no food, why wouldn't you let your roommate know immediately so that situation could be remedied? Why would he come on camera and say she hasn't eaten in 2 days? Why would he do that? Why the F would you wait 2 days to say something?
How old was the oldest cat? He said there's no food. Yes, there is food. No, Mia Wallace, I can't. Not right now, anyway. No.
Even if there was food in the house and Peetz couldn't find it, what was stopping him from going to get food? Was there nothing else in the house he could have put down? Nothing he could have cooked, like say hamburger or a can of tuna or something? There was absolutely nothing in the fridge or the pantry that he could have given the cats. Why didn't he say something immediately? Why couldn't he get on his phone and order a little bit of food or walk to the nearest convenience store to get food? I mean, I'm sorry, where there's a will, there's a way. There's no excuse.
I had my 2 cats into their 20s. Both eventually died of cancer and renal cancer. It was hard to watch them suffer. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would put them down the minute the vet says, and you can call me a heartless bitch all you want, The minute they say that these animals are going to suffer, they have a terminal illness, bye, they can go peacefully. To me,
You're not gonna go to the vet though. You're not gonna go to the vet. You said you would go to the vet as soon as you got home. You haven't been yet, and you're not gonna go. It's too much of an inconvenience. It interferes in your personal time. You're not gonna go. You don't want to spend the money to find out. And what if you go to the vet and the vet says, she's got some issues, but they can be worked out? What then? You want to go to the vet and you want the vet to say that she's got issues and it's hopeless. That's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear anything else, because anything else would interfere in you getting back to Sala as quickly as possible.
that is so much more humane than letting them suffer because you don't want to kill them. Like, what? No. And I'm not, if that was what you did, I'm not bashing that at all. But for me, like, no, I would be euthanizing them.
That is the face of a woman who is realizing that she's dug herself a pretty deep hole in every way. One that she can't lie herself out of. She can't do what she normally does and pivot her way out of the corner in some fashion or another. She has dug the deepest, darkest hole for herself. And there's no coming back from this. She crossed that red line with the cats. Of all the horrible, offensive things that she has said and that she's done, she's crossed that line finally that nobody can stomach. And that's why she's lost so many subs. Do whatever you want to yourself. People can forgive that. But neglecting and hurting an animal, that is unforgivable, Chantal. It is unforgivable. Had you been a responsible pet owner from then until now and found good homes for both your pets, a lot of people would have no problem with it. You wouldn't be getting the backlash that you have, that you are. But you crossed that red line. You really pushed it all that time that you were neglecting your pets, leaving them alone, abandoning them for natter. The situation with the litter boxes that hadn't been cleaned for 3 months, not taking BBJ to the vet, her claws growing up under her foot pads because you're a neglectful bee. People were angry about that, and it wasn't fake outrage. It was real. It was absolutely real. You really pushed people's buttons by being so neglectful when you did not have to. With the money that you made on YouTube, your pets should have had the best of everything at all times. The best care, the best food, everything perfect. You could have provided a perfect life for your pets. But instead, you left them behind in your pursuit of men who didn't even want you. And now, after exploiting them and using them for money, for profit, for YouTube, you're done with them. You can't be bothered. You crossed that red line, and there is no going back. So deal with the consequences of your actions, or should I say your inaction, of being a horrible, horrible pet parent.
Rob was only trying to help. He was being very respectful. Yeah, and they take advantage of that. Those frigging goblins are like, like Farida even sounds like a witch. She sounds like Ella. Exactly like female version of Allah. Well, all is female.
Well, they were doing a panel, and if Murad was speaking Arabic, they needed a translator. Like if he was speaking Arabic, people in the audience that don't know Arabic, how are they supposed to understand, Chantal? That's why Farida was there.
Himself, so I don't care. You know what? Put me in jail for whatever I say about that motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
Ooh, the profanity, the filthy mouth on this woman. Wash your mouth out with soap.
I'm tired of him too. I don't trust Murad on panel. Like, nope, stay out of it. What? No, I trust
I
Murad.
wonder what Allah would say about that filthy mouth. Kiss your husband with that mouth?
But no, I wasn't happy that they went on that panel. And you know what? I have to say that, babe, because people are going to be like, why are you letting, I really feel like Murad doesn't understand English. So he has to rely on marble mouth fucking Farida to translate. No, you don't. There's a lot of other people. Like you could.
Well, that was Murad's mistake. I mean, he wanted to get on panel. I'm sure he was aware that there are a lot of people in the audience who their primary language is English. So if he gets on a panel and he's speaking Arabic, how could anybody understand except with a translator? He wanted to get on panel. Nobody forced him up there, but he wanted to get up there, so he wanted to speak. But how could anybody understand unless there was an interpreter?
You have to arrange it better. Like either he comes on our channel in a live stream and you translate, because it doesn't matter if people are not going to believe him because he's on my channel, because people are not going to believe him anyway. And all that happened was Sarah's stupid, ugly plane got more subscribers and viewers.
Oh, that's she's so mad. She's mad. She's mad because Murad went up on a panel and Skinny Queen got more subscribers. That makes her angry. At the same time that she lost subscribers, she's lost over 1,200 subscribers. So the reaction channels, getting more people, her channel losing people. Love that for her. I really do. I love it. I adore it for her.
Yeah, but you should have told him that.
So basically what she's mad at is that somebody went off script. This is the Chantal show. And Chantal controls everything and everybody in the Chantal show. So somebody went off script, went rogue a little bit, and she's mad because she lost control for a minute, and now she's angry.
Yes, Phoenix Reborn. I refuse, when I don't even have a car right now, to go feed my cat when there's a person in the house who can do it. And if she doesn't eat, there's a bigger problem.
Now the problem is you for not being a responsible pet owner and leaving food there and leaving it out if you did have it, and letting the roommate know, look, here's the food. This is where I put it. Or leaving a note or a text or something, letting them know where it is. No, you just put the food away, if there was food, to where he couldn't find it. And BBJ didn't eat for 2 days. That's on you.
So I don't know what you want me to say.
How about I'm an idiot? How about I'm sorry that I'm an idiot and thoughtless and not leaving the food where my roommate could find it? That's entirely on me. It's my fault. That would show a little bit of personal growth, perhaps.
Like, there's food in the house.
Maybe for you. You make sure you're fed, not so much for your pets, though.
I made sure there was.
No, you didn't. You're a liar.
I told you to calm down. Well, I have trouble calming down.
Yeah, we noticed.
I don't know. They're already saying they don't believe him. But I think Sala didn't know your mama had initially left.
Well, what's Yo Mama supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? He He doesn't know how to speak Arabic. How could he talk to Murad? They need an interpreter there.
Anyways, I'm tired of everybody.
That's okay. We're tired of you too. We're sick of you. We are so sick of you.
Honestly,
You're exhausting. Go to bed, Chantal.
so tired. So it's bad to hold things in. It's also bad to let things out, apparently. Did the kid make it to a farm? I was getting mad for your mama, for real. Baby, come down. Why did Murad agree to be on anyone's channel? Go punch FFG, I wish. No, because like honestly, I think he thought he was doing the right thing. Like he was trying to be supportive of Sala and I, that's all. Like
Wrong place to do it. But I'm glad that he went on panel because he did let it out that, you know, you and Sala were not married legally the entire time you were in Kuwait.
That's cute, Missy. They should have asked you first.
What? What do you mean they should have asked you first? What? Why does anybody need your permission to do anything? Who are you? First, you try to say that who do those people think they are coming to Cornwall as if you own Cornwall. Now you're trying, people are saying like they should have asked you first. Why? Are you the godfather? No, you're not. You're Foodie Beauty. You have a YouTube channel, big whoop-de-doo. Nobody has to ask you permission for anything. Anything.
Honestly, I had no problem with him going on Yo Mama's panel. That wasn't the problem. The problem was then those fucking bitches had to go on after. I don't understand why they're involved. No.
Just explained it. Clean out your ears. Because Murad speaks Arabic. And if that is his primary language and he's not really good with English, they needed an interpreter. How many ways do I have to say it before you finally get it?
No. Why? For translation?
Yep.
Well, then no. Nothing has to be said then. Well, what's so important that you have to like join sides with these idiots? Like, can't wait till you're back in Kuwait. You look so much happier and calmer there. Yeah. All Murad thought about to say the truth about that clout chaser Allah.
You know what, Chantal? I'm a bit of a pragmatic person. And I'm one of those that sometimes I just, especially when I'm irritated, I just want to say, you know, just get to the point. And I've been dealing with you all day. And I'm irritated. I've been upset for the last 2 days over BBJ and Sam. You fired up this live. You said you wanted to talk when you're in a calmer state of mind. Okay, so talk. Stop mumbling. Stop going around in circles with your speech and giving us verbal diarrhea. Get to the point already. Seriously, like I'm getting moody because of it.
Yeah, but you're also, those people are clout chasers like Allah. Those people that he talked about Allah on, those people had Allah on talking shit about you and Murad. So, like, why would you even give them any attention and try to be polite? Like, are you kidding? No, it grosses me out. It's finding you're allowed to be upset. I hate being told to calm down. Yeah, I am upset and that's it. I can't do anything about it. You have to get snappier. No, I don't. Anyways, how's your family? Y'all look cute getting coffee. Those were the worst people for Murad to go on panel with. The worst. The worst. And then I told you that. And you still, as we were arguing about it, I check and he's on their effing channel. I'm like, what? Are you serious? I'm not hungry, Blumpy, actually. I'm actually like not hungry. I don't want to eat.
Yeah, that makes me wonder too. You have a BED, and the only time I've known you for not eating is when you're on something, Chantal. Something that gives you energy, something that cuts your appetite, and we all know what that is. You know, little powder, yeah, yeah, a stimulant like that. It cuts your hunger. You've been doing that a lot lately and rubbing at your nose. First you said, "Oh, I'm jet lagged." Then you said you had a cold, even though your eyes aren't watering and you're not stuffed up and you're not coughing and you're not like sneezing all the time. Strange how that cold works, that you've got a cold, but yet there's no cold symptoms. Yeah, yeah. Words of the wise. Trying to use one problem to combat another problem does not make the first problem go away. All you're doing is compounding your problems. Do you understand me? Do you follow? You can't use party favors to erase your problem with food. The problem with food is still there. It's in your head. You got issues with food.
So,
These people in the chat, like, what's wrong with some of your VIBs? Like this one, Miriam saying, not cool that he went on without your approval. Why does he need her approval? Why? People are acting like she is his mother. Hey, mom, can I go and do something outside? They're acting like she's the authority in everything. That everybody has to answer to her. They don't. Murad is a grown man. Sala is a grown man. They don't need her freaking approval at all. Period.
you want to go pee-pees? I gotta see if this dog wants to pee. I love Buster, don't get me wrong. He doesn't like me, but that's okay. I'm not here enough for him to. We want to go pee-pees? Come pee-pees. I gotta try to make him like me just so he'll go pee.
You don't have to make him like you. Just open the door and let him out. He don't have to like you for that.
Buster!
And I support Buster not liking her. As I said, animals, they can pick up on people's energy. They know a bad person when they smell one. And believe me, she smells bad.
Overbite dog. Why is anybody going on panel though? Did Salah go on panel? No, he didn't. Blogs. His friend Murad, like, there's this beef going on. His ex-friend Allah's spreading all kinds of lies about Salah, and So Murad is like kind of in the middle of it, I guess. And well, no, he's on Salah's side because he wanted to out Allah as a liar, which he is.
We'll find out about that. We'll see what happens when you fly back to Kuwait. We'll see what happens. Allah has said what he's going to do.
But I don't think he really understood panels. He doesn't even know who these people are. So I
You say all that, and okay, let's just say that's true. Why did he want to go up then? Why did he think that was a good idea?
get that, but yeah. No, I don't think so, Miriam Jane. I don't think they realized that they did anything bad, but still, like I told you when we were fighting, I told you in the middle of it. He looks at himself when he gets off you. I don't know how we can then. Are you kidding? This guy calls me a cow.
If the shoe fits.
Excuse me? I have to really hold my tongue right now.
Because why? You were cursing the first 5 minutes of this live stream. So you're holding your tongue right now?
We'll get him another way.
Oh, really? Is that a threat? Y'all hear that? She says, we will get him in another way. Oh, really? What have you got planned? What have you got planned?
Farida is not fluent in Arabic. She's a North America child of Palestinians.
Okay, A+. What do you care about a person's heritage? And why are you even bringing that up? It doesn't matter. She was translating. So what about her heritage? Why are you even bringing that up? Why? Does it matter a person's heritage when they go on a panel? She was there to translate. She did. Why are you bringing that crap up?
Yeah, she sounds like Yanni. Yeah, Yanni, shove Yanni up your ass. All right. Sorry about that. Everyone stay off panels. He's a definite clout chaser. That's all this crappy community is, though. Panels. Panels for hours and hours.
And you sit there and you go and you watch the panels for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours because you've got nothing else to do. You have your own channel. You could be spending your time making quality content on your channel and the couple's channel. Do you do that? No. I would think that 2 channels would keep you very busy. Thinking of new ideas would keep you extremely busy because thinking of new things to do is something you're not used to. So you're going to have a bit of a struggle at first. What do you spend your time doing? Going all over Twitter, looking at Twitter. What are people saying about me? What are they thinking? Are they buying my BS? No. Looking at people's panels, watching the panels, noticing who's on the panels and who's in the audience. That way, if you see any of your beezers go into those panels, you're going to call them out on your channel. You are such a freaking busybody. You even make up all kinds of sock accounts so you can lurk in secret, although you do expose yourself a lot. You say things to tell people that you're there. That's how you spend your time. Not improving yourself, not talking to Salah, not doing anything beneficial, being in everybody else's business.
Talking about if somebody loves me or not. Where's your boyfriends? Where's your husbands?
You know, Chantal, I don't know if you know this, but a person doesn't have to have a partner to have a fulfilling, satisfying, healthy life. you may have that way of thinking and that mentality of, I have to be with someone to be worth something, to have worth in this world. But there's lots of other people, we don't feel that way. We are happy alone just fine. I don't have a man in my life, and I'm completely okay with that. I'm not about that life of running around town, sleeping with people because I need to feel worthy of somebody or feel like I have to have worth. I'm happy by myself. I enjoy my own company. And if I happen to meet somebody of quality, then we'll talk. We'll get to know each other, but we'll talk. I want to know the person before anything intimate happens. That's just how I roll. But you have to cling on to people and find someone to be worth something because you don't value yourself. See, this is where you and I differ. I had the mature, grown up way of thinking, and you're still stuck in that high school era in your head.
Welcome to Rare Informed Research. Taste the rainbow, ready to set peas. No, Flop Bear. Mariah was trying to defend us. And like I said, I didn't have a problem with them going on Yo Mama's panel, but then Yo Mama was like, well, we need Farida up here to translate. I understand you need a translator, so that's where it should have been like, no. Bye. I'm not talking unless Sarah Stupid Jane gets off panel. Because she really had no business being there. Like, none. What? Yeah. Shannon needs to clean up her own life and leave you. She needs to clean up her life and stop being a deadbeat mom.
You know what? You could stop. Before you start pointing a finger and saying, this person needs to clean up their life, you need to work on yours. As messy as your life is, as effed up as your life is, you are the last person to be wagging their finger at someone and telling them they need to clean up their act. When your act is all over the place, you over there, $40,000 to $60,000 in debt to the point where the trustee's like, you have to pay all that money back. And you are literally running to Kuwait trying to escape your debt. You over there with massive health problems, bad health. Your life is effed up in every way and you're trying to run from it. You are the last person to talk to anyone about what they should do with their life and improve. You don't have that kind of authority. You're not on that pedestal, ma'am. No matter how much you try to put yourself there, you are no one to be speaking like that. You aren't a life coach. You need one, but you're not a life coach. So just stop it. Just stop it. Stop trying to tell other people what to do and tell yourself what to do.
Yeah, exactly. They have the nerve to talk about my mother, and they have the nerve. What are they even doing? Like, what are you gonna do? Go like, and I see you go live on your channel, FFG, because why, Shannon? You won't get any views on Shannon's channel. Anyway, your mama really sticks up for you a lot. Because there's nothing, because actually, no, he's not sticking up for me. He's not taking sides. The only dumb thing he really said was that we were in cahoots with Natturd. I'm still waiting on that proof. Apparently, we deleted that proof. I don't think so. There's no way. Are you kidding? If we really wanted to be in cahoots with Natturd, number one, Solid would never allow that. Number two, what? No. They're like we're not talking. Like there's nothing going on. We're not doing videos about each other. He's talking. Yeah, but me? No, I'm not barely. So it doesn't make any sense. We could definitely, if we wanted to go in cahoots for some fabricated drama, it wouldn't be this.
Yes, it would.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it would.
This anger is pushing you off your path for spiritual growth. Stop giving them your energy. Save it for yourself. I try.
You know, there Chantal has been experiencing growth, but it's not spiritual. She has been experiencing growth, but it's not of a spiritual nature. And it is related to food.
Her kids run away all the time. Anyway, that's a whole mess. That's a whole, her life is a whole toxic mess that when I needed a friend, she made a reaction channel about me. She talked shit to FFG about me, and she's still hanging out with that bitch now. So how
You know, Chantal, I know this is a foreign concept to you. Absolutely foreign. But maybe you don't understand that two women can go out together, have a great time together, talk, chill, and have a great time. You associate good times with just hanging out with a man that you think is hot. That's a good time to you. Hanging out with a guy who's hot and maybe getting blasted. That's the only good time that you can fathom. But believe it or not, two women can get together, hang out, chill, relax, and enjoy each other's company. You wouldn't know that because you're jealous of all women. You hate all other women just because they are a woman. But a woman can be great company. They could be a best friend, they could be a confidant, and you could make great memories with another woman. And it's about friendship.
am I the bad person? I'd really like to know what I did to you. Hmm? I don't put up with how you treat me. That's why people don't like me. I would run away from Canadian. What? Tyler Scott, are you worried that Peetz will unalive himself? He seems like he's been in crisis. Tyler, I really hope he wouldn't do that. Um, but honestly, I'm struggling like a lot right now.
You'll see what just happened. So somebody sent a super chat saying, "Are you worried that Pete will unalive himself? He seems like he's been in crisis." That was a super chat. Had nothing to do with her. It was a question about her roommate, Pete. Somebody was concerned about Pete's welfare, his mental state, where he's at right now. He's been raging a lot lately, just absolutely losing it. But the super chat was sent about him. And immediately she switches it to being about her. Here she is turning on the fake tears and how she feels. That just happened. Somebody's asking about someone who's not her. She's going to turn the attention back to her.
And I feel like all of this, I'm not absorbing a lot of it. I'm just emotional.
The super chat was not about you, you selfish beast. It was about Pete's. Person was asking about Pete's, but yet forget Pete's. Let's talk about me and how I feel, and I'm upset. Wah, wah, wah. Somebody call the wambulance.
feel like everyone is putting on all this guilt to fix everything in everyone's life. Mustard bologna roll-ups. My favorite. Welcome to Very Important Pieces, Ready, Set, Peas. Thank you, Missy.
Oh, see how the tears came out? Somebody's asking about Peetz. Let me just pretend to cry.
And I cannot be responsible for someone's effing life and happiness. Like, I'm sure he's going through some very hard realizations for himself, because I know when
Me. There's a true narc at work. It's all about me. Me. That's all she ever says. It's all about me. Marsha.
go through these times, I go to a dark place, and I almost just, before I believed in God, it would have been so easy to just end everything.
You know what? Screw your dark place. Screw it. The dark place that you're speaking of, you created it. You designed it. You were the architect of it. You practically drew up the blueprint. You did. You absolutely did. And now you're unhappy with the design. So once it's built, you're going to run away from it. You could tear it all down and rebuild it again. But no, you'd rather escape and run to another country thinking that's going to fix everything. It's not. It's not. You be taking all of your mess to Kuwait if you get there, bringing all of your emotional and mental and psychological damage and mess to another person's house, shacking up with them, and making them absolutely miserable. The same way that you made BB miserable, the same way that you made Peetz miserable, the same way that you made Natter miserable. That seems to be a pattern with you. Every man that hooks up with you is not made better, is not made happier or healthier. They're made worse. You drain the life out of people because you have no life for yourself. You are soulless. You are a walking black hole of nothing but emptiness. A pitcher that cannot be filled because there's a hole in the bottom.
I have to worry about my own mental health. Like, I'm barely hanging on. You know,
I don't want to hear this shit. I'm barely hanging on. Triggering language done on purpose. Emotional manipulation. She wants sympathy from people. Really? Were you barely hanging on 2 nights ago when you had that little pizza party and you were practically celebrating when you let go of Sam? No, you weren't barely hanging on then. You were giggling, you were laughing, you were smug. Save it, Chantal. Just fucking save it. I'm sick of your lies. I'm so sick of it. Go screw yourself.
clearly.
Screw yourself and save the $9,000 you paid Sala to screw you.
And of course I feel bad. Of course I feel bad that I'm upheaving our lives. But the point is, I don't want it to be our lives anymore. I'm fucking married. I'm married.
Not yet. Murad said the two of you are not legally married yet.
I want to move to the Middle East and be with like-minded people on my spiritual journey.
Pardon me, ma'am. Even if you go back to Kuwait, you're going to be there on a visa. You know what that means? You can't just go over there and stay. You got to leave every 90 days. You can't just go over there and live. You're going to have to keep bouncing around from place to place because you are not a resident there. You still have your Canadian citizenship. So this fantasy life that you build up in your head, you don't have a home. You're going to be bouncing around from place to place every time your visa runs out.
I like the Middle East. I don't want to be here.
You hated being there. You were so miserable that you gained a bunch of weight while you were there. If you were so happy, why did you pack on the pounds?
So for that to happen, I had to make sacrifices. A lot.
Nah, you're just in a hurry to get back over there because of the pictures of Sala that have surfaced, and they were not old pictures. Sala had a different haircut about a year ago. The haircut that he has now, that was the haircut in the pictures. That was him. That was recent. You're panicking that you're losing control of your boy toy and he might go run off with some more attractive woman, and you got to run over there to make sure he doesn't.
Yeah, Black.
And let me tell you something, Chantal. Let me tell you something. Even if you were in Kuwait, living with Salah, if a person, man or woman, if they want to do the dirty with a person, they will find a way. They will find an opportunity. They will find a minute to do it. They will. Whether it's the person down the street, right next door, at the grocery store, at the convenience store, at the gas station, they'll make it happen. They'll go around the block, they'll go around the way to make it happen. You got an itch to scratch and you want to scratch it, you will find somebody. And he don't love you. You are just a means to an end. And the end that Salah wants, he wants to come to Canada. By whatever means necessary, and I guess you are the whatever means. He has to go through all of you to get to his ultimate goal, which is to be in Canada. You are just a stepping stone. And he will step on you. And when that happens, you will deserve it because of the way you've treated everybody in your life, and especially for the way that you've treated your pets. That were the sources of true love that you absolutely ignored and neglected.
Chaos. I know I'm not a good friend to anybody right now.
Nope.
Like, I can't be a therapist. I can't be there. It's not normal. Like, I'm a married woman.
You know what's really getting to me? This one who says, I can't be concerned for anybody else's mental health, but yet she'll come online and cry and all that because she wants everybody else in her chat to be concerned for her mental health and her mental well-being, to the point where she'll use triggering language saying, I'm barely hanging on. Cut that shit out. You manipulating beast. Cut that out. That's not fair. You got issues? If you're feeling that way, there are hotlines, there are phone numbers, there are therapists. Use them. Go to a private session, work it out. That's the proper way to do things. Don't sit there and emotionally burden your audience with this crap and make them feel bad for issues that are not their fault and they can't help you with. Are you joking? Do you understand that people come on YouTube because they want a mental break? Maybe they have issues in their own life. Maybe they have stress. Did that ever occur to you? That people come on YouTube to be entertained, to get away from things in your life that may be troubling them. And then they come to your channel and you dump 1,000 pounds of weight in their freaking eardrum. Day after day after day after day. You use everybody else's ears and brains as your personal junkyard. And it ain't right. You big ball of negative energy. It ain't right. And you wonder why you're losing subs. You wonder why you're losing views. You're the toxic version of Debbie Downer. And sometimes people just cannot take anymore. And when they can't take anymore and they turn away, then you're like, you're a hater. No, they just can't take anymore. They're oversaturated with your negativity. They got to get away. Wise up.
You deserve to live your life. Exactly. I'm sorry, but yeah, like, I can't have guilt for everyone else's mental health. Like, and I can't have just no, I can't. And then with the cats, like as if people act like it's the every every effing video you've ever seen with my cats and me in the past. Even that video where BB was annoyed with me. You see me consistently loving on the cats. I've taken good care of them. When I said I put
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. The last vet visit was almost a year ago. And that was because you were talking to Roman and you liked Roman and Roman liked animals. So because he liked animals, of course, you're going to do right by your pets because he likes animals and you're trying to get in his favor. That's why you did that. You went to the vet finally after people begged you and begged you and begged you for months, and one subscriber even gave you lots of money so the visit would be free. You went to the vet. No blood work was done. There was a recorded phone call, which you played in the car with Roman, and the vet said, BBJ has oral issues. She needs to come back. Did you take her back? No. Do you understand that if a cat has oral issues, it makes them hard for them to eat? BBJ, she's lost a lot of weight. Maybe that's why. Maybe if those oral issues were worked out, she'd be able to eat again. She might put on weight. She might be healthier. But you couldn't be bothered. All the money you've spent on men and running around like an idiot, you could have put even just a fraction of that to getting her whatever she needs. She'd be in a better place. But you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want to spend money on your cats because that has nothing to do with your indulgence. Nothing. So it's no concern to you if your pet is in pain and they can hardly eat and they may have other issues. No. If it's not about your personal pleasure, you can't be bothered. None. So no, you're not a good pet owner. Stop lying to yourself. You suck.
put in 18 years. I mean, it's pretty funny for
Wait, I put in 18 years. She sounds like she's been in prison with BBJ. She sounds like it's a prison sentence. Oh, I put in 18 years. Are you looking at BBJ like a job or a prison sentence? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. You're looking at her in a negative light rather than a positive one. How about this? How about thinking this way? I had her for 18 years. And she was my baby. And she gave me a lot of laughter. And she gave me a lot of love and companionship. And she comforted me when I needed it. And when I was feeling bad, she was there. How about thinking that way rather than the other way and looking at her with such hate and disdain and treating her with such?
someone who doesn't love and take care of pets, I've done it for 18 years. Of course, it bothers me that I can't have them anymore. I'm not responsible for Peetz. I'm not responsible for Peetz. Okay? Regardless of whatever past we had, it doesn't matter. My life is changed.
You know what? I will agree with you, Chantal, on this. You're not his mother. And even if you were, he's a grown man. He needs to get out and do things for himself. It's not healthy for him to look at you as his life plan to pay his way. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for him to be codependent on you or anybody else. He needs to stand on his own 2 feet. But you cannot and will not deny that you had something to do with his demise. You did. He worked for years. He had a job. He had money. He had good credit. That's why the two of you got the villa in the first place. You got it under his name because of his good credit, because your credit sucked through your bankruptcies, of which you never bothered to fix. Peetz wanted to be reasonable and get a place that was within his budget because you, being the grandiose person that you are, you couldn't be bothered. You wanted a bigger place, a nicer place. So you told him, you put your name on the lease, I'll pay the bills and the rent. All you got to do is take out the garbage. That's it. He was okay with that. So the two of you got a place that he could not afford. And then to make matters worse, after you got the place, you were after him and saying, why don't you quit your job, Peetz? Do YouTube with me. So he lost his job, started doing YouTube with you. You had a hand in his demise, Chantal. You had a hand in him not being independent anymore. So here he is, without a job, without money, broken down. You had a hand in that. You know you did. You could have handled things the right way. You didn't. You could have given him notice well ahead of time to do for himself. You didn't. You broke the news over a text message. That was cowardly. You could have been a friend and said, hey, look, I'm getting involved with this dude. It's getting pretty serious. Things are looking like they're going to get serious. You need to get on your feet quickly. At least be kind and do that. You did not. You could have rehomed the cats way back when you were with Natter, when you knew your focus was going there. You did not. See what happens when you don't do things the right way, when you're careless and reckless and thoughtless. This is what happens. You get backlash.
They won't stop. I couldn't do it if I was you. They're constantly picking at you. Honestly, I'm not crying about what people are saying about me. It's mostly just that I'm going through a lot and I'm just having a hard time. Like I'm just emotional and just stressed out. So
She's stressed out because she's lost a bunch of subs, probably her active subs. She's stressed out about that. That's pretty much it.
that's it. I'm paying for him through everything. Yeah. How did I ruin his credit? Excuse me? Goodbye. Like, give me a break. If he
Chantal, even before the two of you moved into the villa, like even when on one of your live streams, you said yourself out of your own mouth, you said, I put Peetz in debt. You said that. You admitted that. You put Peetz in debt when you broke up with him. You did that. And then the two of you living together. You messed up his credit again. You did that. You took everything you could from that man until there was nothing left. And then you got bored and moved on to somebody else. That's what you do with people. You meet up with somebody, you run through them like a freight train, you use up their resources, you use them up, and then you throw them away. That's how you operate. That's why you're rotten and evil, and no one needs to be around you for any purpose.
he needed credit, it was to buy things for his fucking life too, ham hands. Okay? So don't give me that shit.
I mean, you're even so low, you could even let the man have his own antidepressants. You kept taking his medication. Who does that? Who does that when you're making 10,000 plus a month? You're going to sit there and swipe your roommate's medication when you know he needs it. You took his medication, you take his snacks, all that. You just helped yourself to anything you wanted.
Oh, but I'm the woman who has to pay for everything. I was saying the truth about Allah, so just chill. I know. Rhonda, I don't know. Good intentions aside, he was out of line. Anyway. What's done is done. I guess. I don't want to fight with my fucking husband over Sarah Jane and fucking Farida. Oh my god.
You know, Chantal, I don't know if this has escaped you, but the more hateful you are and the more you put somebody's name in your mouth, the more publicity you're giving them, the more their subs are going to go up. Have you not figured that out by now? You can't talk badly about somebody without promoting them at the same time. That's just how it works. So you say that you hate Sarah Jane, you hate Skinny Queen, you hate Farida, but yet you're throwing an audience their way. Because you got to know that most of the people who watch you, they hate watch you. They don't like you. So if you don't like somebody, they're going to immediately go subscribe to that person.
I feel like so many of the people criticizing her treatment of the cats have never had a dying cat. Yeah, like, oh, FFG has had her animals died. Like, people from her chat are coming here saying, you're an animal killer. Where's FFG? FFG had to put down 2 dogs, and you're criticizing me for doing it. Are you kidding? Not even having done it yet. Like, what? Peetz's Equifax is now 305. Yeah, A plus. She came on Valentine's Day instead of spending time with her Mr. FFG to come do whatever with Shannon.
How do you know exactly what she did for Valentine's Day? She could have easily done streams about you and done other things. How do you know how she spent her entire day? Look what you're doing for your day. You're at your mother's house, screaming to your phone, angry. This is how you're spending a day of love, by being hateful and cursing and swearing while wearing an abaya and a hijab after taking the Shahada and being a newly reverted Muslim. And this is what you do with your potty mouth. Okay.
Who's apparently free too, because she doesn't have her kids to worry about now. So, I mean, I've heard Peetz's rant. Honestly, that type of mentality is toxic for me. I don't like it. I don't want to be around people who have no faith, who blame everything but themselves for their life changing. My aunt sent him a long, positive message, and he's the type of person who doesn't want to hear any positivity.
Neither do you.
And you heard his rant where he was like, I'm gonna be stuck in effing Cornwall. Like, that's how he freaks out and talks. And I don't want to be around that kind of energy anymore. I hate that kind of negativity of where, like, I know I can be negative and get down in the dumps when things are like when people where I'm being attacked or whatever and I lash out. But whenever it comes to life situations, you don't really see me freaking out. Like, when it comes to life situations, I just like roll with the punches as best as I can.
Chantal, you made this live stream and you were freaking out over a panel. That's it. You freaked out over a panel and you made one live stream which you deleted, and then this one over a freaking panel, and you still haven't shut up about it.
And accept the reality of it and try to make it happen, you know? Okay, Dee, let's see, where's the proof I've given Salah a red cent. Where? I can prove that he's given me money. So shut up. Your stupid crap is tired. He needs to man up and take control of his life. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like trying to throw him under the bus or anything, but I'm just saying I don't like everyone heard that rant. I don't like that attitude, that mentality. I just don't want to be around it. So,
You know why? It's not so much that she doesn't want to be around negativity, it's just that she doesn't want to admit that she had a hand in it. Like she basically configured it to where he was put in that position. She wanted him in that position. He started off living there with a job, making his own money. Okay. He was doing all right. Apparently, he was doing all right because it was his good credit that was used to get into the villa in the first place, not hers. So he was in good standing financially speaking. He was more independent, and Chantal made it her business to kind of chip away at that little by little by little until he no longer had it. And then he became completely codependent on her. And then after there was nothing more for her to take from him and nothing more that he could give her, she was done. And she's been trying to figure out a way for the longest to get rid of him. He's no longer useful. Same thing with the cat. So no longer useful, gotta go. Gotta go, gotta move on to the next person and the next situation that's useful. She's a user.
I don't care if I'm heartless. I am maybe to a degree a bit colder than I was because, like, honestly, I have to protect myself too. Like, you know,
So being heartless is how you protect yourself, just numbing yourself. Not a good plan.
not hurting BBJ and if he's gonna feed her. No, I don't think he would hurt BBJ.
He's
But
come on camera shaking her and screaming. And the live stream tonight, he was angry. He stormed out of his bedroom door and slammed the door against the wall. If I were a cat owner, that behavior would send me going straight home and telling that person, don't come near my pet or we're going to have a problem. I don't trust you around my pet. I don't like this little anger problem you got. Keep it away from my animals or we are going to have a problem.
whenever I was around her, she was eating fine. So I don't know. She was eating less wet food, I noticed, but she seemed to be eating.
You know what? How could you even pay attention to what your cats are eating or not eating if you got your face in a camera 6 to 10 hours a day? When you got your face right there on your phone, you're not paying attention to your pets. You're not spending time with them. You're not making sure the water bowls are filled up and they got proper food. Or if the pets are eating the food out of the bowls, you're not paying attention to anything but your doggone self. You weren't being attentive to your pets. Who the hell are you trying to kid?
Eating okay. Like she was always asking for treats. She was eating crunchies.
No, you were giving treats because you didn't want to be bothered with real food. And treats are not real food. And sometimes treats can be very harmful to a senior cat. They're not good for them, but just to get out of feeding them, you just throw them treats.
I saw her. Cat schwitz. Negative people are always so draining. I can't. Like, I'm being negative, yeah, like for certain things, but I don't even feel like I'm being negative. I'm just venting like about everything that's bugging me.
You know what, though? This is YouTube. You want to vent. You want to vent. Get a close friend. Get on the phone and vent to a friend if you have one. You don't seem to have any friends because you abuse your friends. You abuse friendship. Vent to a friend on a phone in private. Vent to your therapist if you've got one. Find one if you don't have one. You need one. You don't dump all your crap on YouTube. Miss Negative Nancy, don't do that. People got their own problems. Stop trying to use YouTube as your therapy that other people pay for. Apparently, this therapy idea of yours is not working. You're not getting better venting to your viewers. You're actually getting worse.
Isabel, welcome for important users. I was when I was living there for so long. And I just want to leave. Like, I changed my flight. And it's not for a man at all. All of this, I'm not even thinking of Salah, honestly.
You're a liar. You're doing it entirely for Salah. If Salah lived in Canada, you'd want to be with him in Canada. But because he's in Kuwait and he can't come to Canada, you got to go there.
No offense, babe, but I'm thinking of myself. I'm thinking of myself. Because, yes, if something did happen to Salah and I wouldn't take this thing off. This thing, sorry.
Whoa. This thing? This thing. Oh. So, you just refer to your attire as a thing. Wow. Wow. Yeah. The mask slipped off there for a second. Sure did. And she caught herself, but it's too late.
I wouldn't take my hijab off. And I wouldn't become un-Muslim. Because, like, a lot of people think, oh, she's just doing it for a man. No, I don't do anything just for a man.
You do everything just for a man. It's the only thing in life that matters to you is a man. And the crazy thing is, they're not even men that love you. You have to pay them to be around you. That's the only thing you have to offer, man, is your money. What's going to happen if the money disappears? They're going to disappear. It's going to be like a magic trick. Abracadabra, they're gone.
Thank you very much. No, there's nothing wrong with Murad. He was being supportive. I don't think he was really knew what he was doing. And I don't think Salah would purposely like side with my haters just to like hurt me. So I really think it's just like one of those things. I make you two argue. Sorry, you have to deal with the petty nonsense. Yeah, exactly, babe. Just ignore them. But yeah, I was mad at first because, like, I had, like a tantrum because, like, honestly, you know what I mean? But you told Salah and Murad not to do it. So I didn't. So what happened was basically like it was confusing because I was gonna do my live stream. And then we started watching, like, we're always communicating. So, exactly, again, like, where would he have time to cheat? Because we're always on the phone with each other. So, we were watching Yo Mama's stream, and Murad was there visiting. And he was like he's been wanting to say something for a long time, but he wasn't saying anything because we're going to go a different route about it. Like, we were going to, basically, he was also going to see, like, give it time. Like, Murad's patient, he's smarter. Like,
we've already covered this point. My pragmatic brain is screaming at me right now. Let's go forward.
Translating every good things. She was trying to create a big drama about the types of questions. She's an adult, babe. That's why I'm telling you, it's such a stupid idea. You know she's a biatch. Like, why? I don't know why you guys would ever give them any truth. They don't deserve it. Like, I think now you guys realize it. Like, okay. But at the time, like, what? Ew. Totally yikes. Even if you said, okay, that's it, BBJ has lived a long lifetime for her to sleep now, that is totally your right.
You know, I hate this. Who is Chantal to say how long BBJ should live? Like, oh, you're 20 years old, that's it, get in the ground. Who does that? Who looks at their pet they've had for 20 years and say, okay, it's been 20 years, I got things to do. You got to be in the ground now, just get in there. I got to go run and get my flight. Only Chantal.
Personal and legal. These people are acting like children who can't cope. They really hold me to a standard where literally I do things in life that people do every day, or people, you know what I mean? Like real life situations.
Wrong. I can't think of anybody that would run off to another country and just give up their whole life for a man they barely know, and they have to try. I just can't. I can't. This is not normal. This is abnormal. It makes no sense.
Foodie Beauty is my idol. That's better. Welcome for loyalty bees. Just ready to bees. They just want crumbs. That's really sad. So you have the nerve to. Oh no, goodbye. You have the nerve. You have the. It's crazy that people think just because you've been a roommate with someone, you have to stay forever. By the way, guys, to be honest, Frida, the Two-Faced Witch, wasn't translating very well what Murad said about Allah the liar. She wants just to create any drama about personality questions. She is so pathetic. She has a very, very, very weird personality disorder, babe. You're right. Because
Not you trying to diagnose other people with personality disorders when you've got issues yourself, which are unchecked and undiagnosed, although you try to diagnose yourself all the time. Not you trying to play Dr. Armchair Chantal. Not you. Don't do that. You have no medical training of any kind. Stop that.
I don't even get how people say what you want about me, but for people to just panel up and do this incessantly.
Okay, we've gone over this. Next.
I make good money doing this. You? Like what?
So you say. I make good money doing this. Well, I remember you being in Cuba saying, I make so much money. I make so much money. And the universe heard you and said, oh, really? You make so much money and you hate how much money you make. Let us help you with this problem. Your money just started going down and down and down and down. And look at you. You're losing money. You've lost subscribers. Well, see what happens when you manifest things, Chantal?
You probably get what? Actually, now, thanks to this, they're going to have a few more views. It's the Aries in me. Yeah, I know. I hate it. Every time I see something about an Aries, it's always the same. Impulsive, angry.
You know, you're so proud of being an Aries, but I'm sure anybody out there who's an Aries would not claim you. They would say, no, no, we don't claim this one. Nope, nope. I'm sure there's lots of great Aries people. You're just not one of them. And just because you're an Aries, and even if an Aries is wrathful and vengeful and all that, it doesn't give you license to act the way that you do.
Doesn't mean I can't change, but it's going to be really hard. Burn it down. Oh, yeah. My son is an Aries, and Chantal makes me terrified for the temper that's coming. Baby mama, honestly, Aries men are not the same as Aries women. You don't have to worry. Murad! Now Murat's a character. Yay! No, honestly, Murat is an amazing person. I was never mad at him.
Okay, next.
Most Murat is married, yes. So my mom wanted to treat us all, my aunt, my sister, myself, because we were all without our men today. My sister's boyfriend had to work.
Your sister can't stand you. And I don't blame her. You bullied her when you guys were growing up.
My sister had to work. My mom's at work. And my aunt just doesn't have a boyfriend in her life right now. So, and my husband,
Ugh.
we're gonna go to the beach for a barbecue, and it was like midnight, and I'm like, what? He's like, I'm picking up my friends. I try not to flip out because like he's my husband, and I try to be like super.
You know what? I'm done reacting to this. We got 2 hours in, and the last hour of the live stream is just her babbling. And she keeps repeating herself. I hate that. She's just recycling the same 2 or 3 topics. I'm done with that. My pragmatic brain can take no more. So we got the gist, don't we? We got the meat and potatoes on the plate. We don't need the regurgitated dessert. So we're out of here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here and have a great day. Bye-bye.